Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to do my first book review of the book I've read in January, and that is the book of Why Mummy Swears by Jill Sims. So if you are new to the channel, I am doing a book challenge this year to read 24 books for 2024. So now that I have officially finished my first book of the challenge, I'm going to give you a quick book review and tell you my thoughts and feelings on this book. I am not going to include any spoilers for anybody out there who's got this book on the shelf or who has got it on their reading list and hasn't read it yet. So I'm going to give you my thoughts and feelings without any spoilers. So before I get into my thoughts and feelings, the first thing I want to talk about is the cover of this book. Now, I really like the cover of this book. I think it is really plain, yet at the same time, it gives you an idea of a chaotic lifestyle. So I think the cover of this book is actually really, really clever, and it also drew me in and made me want to pick it up and see what this book was all about. So in terms of the enjoyment level of this book, I absolutely loved this book. This book is filled with very, very, very funny moments. And there was quite a lot of times that I was sat reading this book and I was just laughing out loud. So much so that my partner used to look over at me and be like, "What are you laughing at?" Because I was literally laughing so hard at certain parts of this book. So the enjoyment level for me gets 5 stars. And reading the back of this book, I've kind of had a feeling in my mind of what I thought the book was going to be like, and it completely and utterly blew me out of the water. It went above and beyond the expectations. So this book really, really is more than what you could imagine that it would be. So yeah, in terms of the book itself, it was definitely everything that I wanted it to be, and a whole lot more. There was one moment in the book that ended up making me cry. That was because of the clever way that Jill Sims writes her books, that I was actually very heavily invested in the whole family in this book, and there was one moment in the book where it did reduce me to tears. So something that a lot of people ask once they've found out that you've read and reviewed the books is, would I recommend this book to other people? And 100% I would recommend this book to anybody. Even if it's not the sort of book that you would typically read, I would suggest that you give it a try and you will be absolutely amazed by this book. I think Jill Sims has got a very clever way of drawing you in, a very clever way of writing her stories, and 100% I would recommend this book to anybody. I do think, though, that the only people that would not enjoy this book is people that are easily offended by swearing. As the clue in the title is Why Mummy Swears, there is a lot of language in this book. So if you are someone that doesn't like swearing in stories and doesn't like the use of quite heavy and strong swear words, then this isn't the book for you. But if you don't mind swearing in stories, then 100% I recommend that you pick this book up and just give it a try. So in terms of my personal rating for this book, I've actually given this book 5 out of 5 stars. It is absolutely wonderful. And if I was to describe this book in a few words, I think the main words that I would pick for this book is very sweary, because it is very sweary, chaotic and busy. There is a lot going on in the family's lifestyle and the dynamics. But also absolutely hilarious. This book is just so funny, and I'm really, really glad that I picked this book as my first read of 2024. Something that a lot of people tend to ask when it comes to books is people often like to know how it ends. So I'm not going to tell you the ending of the book because, as I said, this is a spoiler-free book review. But what I will tell you is that there are some sad moments towards the end of this book, but it still keeps the chaotic and funny aspect all the way through. I actually enjoyed the way this book ended, and I cannot wait to actually pick up the next book in Jill Sims' series. So that was my little spoiler-free update on how I felt about Why Mummy Swears. Like I say, that was my first book I read in 2024. I have now moved on to my second book, and I'm currently reading the Disney's Twisted Tales, and I'm currently reading the Beauty and the Beast adaptation, As Old as Time. So when that book is finished, I will give you my updates, my thoughts and my feelings on how I think that book was. I really hope everyone enjoyed this little review on my thoughts and feelings on Why Mummy Swears by Jill Sims. I will be bringing you all another book review very, very soon. And don't forget, I will put all my links in the description below, but you can join me on Facebook, you can join me on Instagram, and you can also join me on Goodreads as well. But thanks for watching today's video, guys, and I'll see you all in another video very soon. Bye, everyone.